Flying into Queensland is fast becoming a lottery for those wanting to avoid quarantine and isolation in the Sunshine State. Hopes of a quick recovery for the Queensland tourism industry have already been dashed by investigations into COVID carriers on 3 flights since the border reopening.
After a flying start to the resurrection of the Queensland tourism industry on Monday, the celebrations of the reopened border have stalled already. Queensland Health had ordered 2 plane loads of people flying from Newcastle to Brisbane and Brisbane to Townsville to undergo 2 weeks of quarantine, meaning they'd be separated from loved ones on Christmas Day. They'd been deemed close contacts of a man from the Newcastle nightclub cluster. The Prime Minister led a chorus of condemnation.
I mean, there's nothing magical about 14 days. With PCR testing and other things that can be done, I'm sure those who have been caught up in that would be happy to have those tests every single day for 5 days or 7 days to ensure that they'd be able to be with their family.
It didn't take long for the Queensland government to overrule the bureaucracy, with the Health Minister forced to announce a backflip.
Other than those people who will be directly advised they are close contacts because they were either part of the travelling party or sitting immediately around this individual, the remainder of the passengers will be deemed to be casual contacts. What that means for those people will be that they have to get tested, isolate until they get a negative result, and then just watch for symptoms over the next 14 days.
The Prime Minister welcomed the sudden review, but questioned why there had been such a devastating knee-jerk response from the health authorities.
We must make sure we get it right and that common sense prevails and that we can connect Australians up again, and we do that in a way that encourages more Australians to come here to Queensland.
He said the Queensland tourism industry deserved certainty after suffering such heavy losses throughout the pandemic and border closures.
This is important for the Queensland tourism industry. You've had to wait long enough to see your visitors again. I don't want to see the way we respond to the opening up. And there's a few teething problems. We understand that, and we understand what the intention is. But we must make sure we get it right and that common sense prevails and that we can connect Australians up again. And we do that in a way that encourages more Australians to come here to Queensland and have that holiday that they've had booked for some time and now are able to come up here and enjoy.
Then more bad news for long-suffering Queensland tourism operators, with 42 passengers on a Jetstar flight from Melbourne to the Gold Coast forced into quarantine for 14 days. They were deemed as close contacts of a COVID carrier sitting between rows 22 and 28. Their seat numbers were up, proving that flying into Queensland has become a lottery for as long as the health authorities here maintain their hard line. Adam Walters, Sky News.